Go to Davidson. And Davidson also with 4 players with 2 personal fouls. And we've got a 2-point game. Despite the fact that Gonzaga's 11 of 13, they've cooled off a bit.
Yeah, they missed 2 shots.
At 85%.
You were at 90, yes.
This is Nelms. And now McKillop, who has 3 3-point makes this half for the Wildcats.
Very deliberate.
Yeah, and they're very deliberate with 8 seconds on the shot clock. And again, McKillop, deep 3! Oh. He's got another!
Again, that is not just a college 3. That's NBA range 3s.
And as a team, they're 5 of 7 from behind the arc. And Gray misses at the other end for Gonzaga. And now the foul on Kelly Olynyk. But Brendan McKillop shooting 30% from behind the arc, averaging 6.6 points a game, has 4 makes from behind the arc in this game.
Just look at the stretch of the defense. Look at man, that's not even NBA. That's beyond NBA. But you know what? When you're the coach's son, you can take those shots anytime you want.
Well, you know, I guess in his mind, until the defense starts stretching
out to me,
I'm going to keep shooting them as long as I feel it.
Yeah, I totally agree with it.
And Bryant Barr hits the first end.
Because if I'm defending him and he's that far back, I mean, I would try to stay close and have my hand up at least. But, you know, you'd still would think he's not going to pull the trigger from there.
Yeah, right. Davidson on a 13-0 run. And they have built a 7-point lead.
Zags have been stuck on 28 since 9-19.
Here's another turnover. This is what happens, Craig, when you take your best player,
senior leader,
your only senior as a starter, and you take him out of the game. You know, with Matt Bolden, Gonzaga could always post him up and go get an easy bucket. Or they could work something around the perimeter and get him an open. He's a 41% shooter from behind the arc. This is a major loss, not just from points, but from all the intangible qualities that come with being who he is.
Leadership, he's the guy that holds them down and keeps them in control when things start going bad.
Gonzaga with a 30-second timeout. And again, now Gonzaga's 11 of 14 shooting, and they've turned the ball over 6 times, and that's led to 5 points for Davidson. But what's happening here, Craig, Davidson started out shooting the ball slowly. They're now at 63%, 10 of 16, but they're 5 of 7 from behind the arc. That's been the difference.
That's huge. I mean, that extra point gets you, I mean, that's you got the ball twice, you get 6 points out of that. I mean, that's huge. And there's, you see Matt in a nice little pink shirt and blue and green tie. Very festive for the holiday season over here in Seattle.
It is festive. Dimitri Goodson watching McKillop.
You got to stay close to him, Meach.
Somebody should.
You hit 1 on me, yes. You know, you hit 2, shame on me. I'm going to get close up to you.
McKillop now in the lane, left it short, got his own rebound back. And then he threw it away. Brian Barr had decided to cut to the basket, and McKillop thought he would stay outside. So that's an unforced turnover. Gonzaga basketball.
Yeah, again, you got to make eye contact with the guy you're throwing to. But I think Barnes thought, my point guard has the basketball. I'll just go screen someone from the other side. But McKillop wanted to swing the ball through him and get the ball to the other side after that missed shot.
Davidson started this game shooting 3 of 8. Since they've been 7 of 9. So they've got it going. But the other trend that's starting to form here, Craig, is rebounding. And you know, the last several games, Mark Thew's not been happy with his team's effort rebounding. They're down by 5. 10-5 right now in the rebounding margin. Stephen Gray, deep 3 way off. He'll shoot free throws.
Turnaround is fair play, right? Steven got called fouling a 3-point shooter earlier in the game. He decides to give the world B free leg kick out there, and the defender runs right through him and knocks him down, and now he's earned a trip to the free throw line for 3 shots. Come on.
78% free throw shooter. Of course, Stephen Gray had an opportunity to force overtime in that game against Wake Forest with free throws and a chance to shoot 3 of them. He's 2 of 2.
Given the opportunity again, now you're going to see that the young man, he's got ice in his veins. I've seen him shoot at Santa Clara when we thought everything was down and out at Santa Clara, and went and put that game into overtime. So
those are the first points by Gonzaga in better than 3 minutes and 35 seconds. So they've gone cold. Cochran inside, missed it. Bull Kong with the rebound, and then he's fouled by Will Archambault.
Okay.
And that's 11 team fouls on Davidson.
Big point out of this now. That was Stephen got Gonzaga back onto the good side of shooting free throws, not where a team wants to be. With Stephen's 3 in a row there, gives them 8 for 15. Now in double bonus in the last 5 minutes, if you're on the offense, you're going at people. You're not giving up the perimeter jump shot, because you're going to put the ball on the floor, create some contact, and get into that double bonus situation and start knocking down free throws.
And as a player, Craig, you have to understand the situation. The coach should not have to tell you that.
No, that's you got to look up there and know what's going on. And I think every player out there, Meach, Grant Gibbs, Stephen might be the only one that probably would stick on the perimeter. I mean, he's not very aggressive with his putting the ball on the floor and getting to the hole. But the rest of them, Elias, Bull, you know, we saw Bull add something to his game. He's just not a three-point shooter. He can also put it on the floor.
And now Gonzaga with some pressure defense. Davidson doing a good job, deflected out of bounds by Bull Kong. Hey, get your copy of Gonzaga's Decade of Excellence DVD, packed full of highlights, interviews, and the memories that have made Gonzaga's Decade of Excellence. Order online at gozags.com or call 877-281-4377. 26 on the shot clock. Now you see the intensity by Gonzaga picking up a bit. And now a loose ball. Players on the floor. Who's got it? Possession arrow favors Davidson.
You like what you see that the Bulldogs are doing, though. They're not sitting back, letting Davidson do what they want to do. They're pushing them, trapping them, and giving them a different defensive look.
Here's Stephen Gray. Now a junior. You remember that game against Davidson in the NC2A tournament?
Oh, him and
Stephen Curry was 8 of 10 from behind the arc. Well, Stephen Gray hit 7 threes in that game versus Davidson. And Nicole, you got more.
Well, Stephen Gray, being a local product, he's a Bainbridge High School graduate. He says anytime he can get to the west side to play, it's fun. Tonight, his parents and a couple of friends from high school are here to watch, so he wants as many minutes as possible, guys.
That is always a big thing for a kid to come home and play in front of the family and the friends. Oh, it's a huge day.
Yeah, the only problem is sorting out tickets.
4 on the shot clock. McKillop may not see it. Shot away, no good by Barr. That would have counted. And here's Bull Kong. Nearing the 5-minute mark at the battle in Seattle in the first half. Grant Gibbs, 3-ball, way off. Barr with the rebound. And McKillop with it near side. Now he moves to the middle. And then the far side. Skip pass. Barr faked the 3. Drive on Goodson. Hangs. Missed it. Rebound by Nelms. McKillop again. That one's short. And now he's fouled. It's Grant Gibbs by Nick Cochran. And Gibbs will shoot free throws. And you talked about free throws. Gonzaga 5 of 12 to open the game. They've made their last 5.
That's exactly what you got to do. You got to be aggressive, especially with the double bonus situation. Make sure, I mean, you can score the basketball shooting with no one in your face. That's the best thing about it, is shooting a free throw. And you got to capitalize. You got to be a good free throw shooting team.
Gibbs now making it 6 of 6.
And you always worry about a guy's psyche. Grant just was in the corner, shot an air ball. You always worry about the guy, you know, going up to the line next after the next possession. Grant calmly steps up there and knocks down 2 more. So you're right. Since Stephen went 3 for 3, Bull Kong went 2 for 2. And now Grant Gibbs 2 for 2. That's the way you want to knock down free throws.
And it's a 7-0 run. And another turnover. This is Villarino. Bounce pass. Gibbs can't finish. Harris can. Gonzaga back out in front. And now we've got a timeout by Davidson.
Well, just like